1995, a Canadian journalist named Serge Monast publishes a book claiming NASA is planning a fake alien invasion to establish global government control. Critics call it paranoid conspiracy theory. 2025. An interstellar object arrives with 13 statistical impossibilities: perfect planetary alignment, non-gravitational acceleration, industrial metal ratios, timing that brings it near Earth exactly at Christmas, while every major telescope watches. Comment sections are exploding. Reddit threads, forums, Twitter spaces. Thousands of people asking the same question. Is Atlas the Blue Beam project coming online? I don't believe this, but I'm going to show you why it's disturbingly plausible, and you can decide for yourself. Here's what Monast predicted in Project Blue Beam: a 4-stage operation to simulate supernatural events and unify the world under centralized control. Stage 1. Breakdown of archaeological knowledge. Create fabricated discoveries or staged earthquakes to discredit existing religions. Make people question their fundamental beliefs. Stage 2. Giant celestial show. Use space-based laser projection technology to display religious figures and deities in the sky globally. Merge all faiths into one unified system by showing proof of divine beings. Stage 3. Electronic telepathic mind control. Deploy technology that beams thoughts directly into people's minds. Create the illusion of personal communication with God. Make billions believe they're receiving individual divine messages. Stage 4. Staged alien invasion or supernatural terror. Use holograms, advanced aerospace technology, and manufactured UFO phenomena to create global panic. Justify emergency authoritarian measures. Establish world government to protect humanity. Monast claimed NASA and the United Nations were developing this capability in secret. Nobody took him seriously. Too elaborate, too technologically impossible, too paranoid. Then Atlas arrived. Here's what people are noticing: the timing. Monast published his theory in 1994, 31 years ago. Atlas was discovered July 1st, 2025. If it's traveling from another star system at 60 kilometers per second, when did it launch? The trajectory suggests billions of years of travel, but what if it didn't come from another star? What if it came from Earth, launched decades ago, programmed to return on schedule, timed for maximum psychological impact? Look at the planetary alignment. Atlas approached Mars, Venus, Earth, and Jupiter on a trajectory that coincides with our ecliptic plane. 0.2% probability, 1 in 500 odds for random interstellar objects, but perfect for a mission designed to visit multiple planets. Perfect for deployment of observation technology. Perfect for a staged event requiring global visibility. The Christmas timing. December 19th, closest approach. 6 days before Christmas, the most religiously significant season globally. Christians celebrating Christ's birth. Families gathered. Attention focused on faith and tradition. Stage 2 of Blue Beam specifically targets religious manipulation. What better moment than Christmas for a celestial revelation? What better timing to challenge existing beliefs with evidence from the cosmos? And here's what's really interesting: Avi Loeb's media campaign. The Harvard astrophysicist has been publicly advocating for the technological hypothesis since July. Hundreds of articles, interviews, congressional testimony, building public awareness that Atlas might be artificial. Some forums are asking, is Loeb preparing the public? Is this the disclosure phase? Get people comfortable with the idea before the big reveal on December 19th? Gradual conditioning so the announcement doesn't cause panic? NASA's response supports this interpretation. They held a press conference, showed blurry images, declared it definitely a comet, dismissed all anomalies. refused to acknowledge the 12 statistical impossibilities documented by independent researchers. Why the aggressive dismissal? If Atlas truly is just an unusual natural comet, why not embrace the scientific mystery? Why not acknowledge the puzzles and invite collaboration, unless they're managing the narrative, controlling information flow, ensuring the revelation happens on their timeline, not through independent discovery? December 19th, every major telescope on Earth and in space points at Atlas, Hubble, Webb. Ground-based arrays coordinated globally, the largest observation campaign in history for an interstellar object. What if the data gets manipulated? What if Webb's spectroscopy results show exactly what they want them to show? Propulsion signatures, technological composition, undeniable artificial origin. But here's the key question. Blue beam theorists are asking, if Webb confirms Atlas is artificial, how do we verify that data is real? How do we know the spectroscopy readings weren't fabricated? How do we distinguish between genuine extraterrestrial technology and a manufactured disclosure event? We can't. That's the problem. If classified programs developed holographic projection technology, advanced propulsion systems, and materials science beyond public knowledge, they could build something that looks alien to us. They could launch it decades ago. They could bring it back on schedule. They could discover it and analyze it and confirm whatever narrative serves the agenda. Stage 4 requires a UFO, a visible, measurable, scientifically documented phenomenon that forces governments to acknowledge non-human intelligence. Atlas checks every box: interstellar origin, anomalous properties, global visibility, scientific validation pending. The timing is perfect, the trajectory is optimal, the media preparation is complete, the observation campaign is coordinated. December 19th arrives in 3 weeks. I'm not saying I believe this. I'm showing you why thousands of people online are connecting these dots, why comment sections under Atlas videos are filled with blue beam references, why forums are archiving Monast's predictions and comparing them to current events. Coincidence? Genuine extraterrestrial visitation? Or exactly what Monast warned about in 1994? You decide, alien visitor or human deception. December 19th. 3 weeks, the data comes in. And we find out if we're living through first contact or the greatest manipulation in human history. Watch the skies. Question the narrative. And remember that sometimes the craziest conspiracy theories are the ones that come true.